Hello viewers, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel Flex Master. Today we are going to discuss the continuous previous chapter, which is label and tag packaging, chapter number 28, and here we will start with all other relevant details. Label and tag packaging, chapter number 28. Potential market, pharmaceutical labels. The pharmaceutical industry requires high quality labels that adhere to safety and compliance standards. Pharmaceutical labels can come in a variety of shapes and colors, depending on the product, surface, and storage environment they are needed for. Label is able to print these labels to exact specification and to the highest quality. For example, pain medication labels, antibiotic labels, chronic medication labels, generic medication labels, children's medication labels. And the next is custom industrial labels. Custom industrial labels are tested day in day out with use in the harshest application, thoroughly assess the rigors of your product's environment, identify the needs of your custom industrial label and suggest the best labeling solution. You get a custom industrial label designed not only to make strong first impression with your customers, but also to last through your product's use life cycle. Specialty permanent adhesive that resist chemicals, extreme temperatures, moisture and sun. Tough label materials that don't wrinkle, run, tear or succumb to abrasion. Durable inks that resist moisture, heat and chemicals to remain legible throughout the entire product's use of life cycle. Labels that can adhere to any surface. Automotive labels. From use in cars engines to competition on store shelves, automotive labels face a range of challenges. The best ones are durable enough to survive a complete use life cycle, clear enough to communicate key information to consumers, and distinct enough to enhance your branding. From OEM parts to consumer goods, the created labels for the most recognizable automotive brands, and we are familiar with the many complexities of automotive labels. In mold labels, which is IML, we call it as it's a short name, have a heat activated adhesive applied to them that is activated during the application process. It is a labeling technique that is used in blow molded, injection molded, and thermoform containers. In mold molding is a pre-decoration technique, which is the application of label before the container is full. In the labeling process, the label is placed in the mold and held in place by vacuum or other means. The mold is then closed and the molten plastic resin is poured or injected into the mold. The heat from the hot resin activates the adhesive, causing the label to adhere to the container. The labels becomes molded to the container wall. The labels appear as part of the container compared to the glue applied or pressure sensitive labels that appears above the surface of the container. In mold labels are constructed of paper or film material. Normally it is film material which must be able to tolerate the heat from the molding process. In mold labeling eliminates the need for a separate labeling process which saves the cost of additional labeling equipment and the additional labor to run. Now, stretch labels. Stretch labels are used to label and decorate products such as beverages, food, personal care products, chemicals, and cleaning products they are similar to shrink labels in that they allow 360 degree of print area on the label around the container. The label is constructed of a stretch film materials that has elasticity to it. The label is stretched over the container and released when it is in the proper location. Once released, it will fit snug and form to the contours of the container. The stretch sleeve label does not need any glue or heat to enable it to stay in place. The labels are available on clear or opaque film and can be reverse printed. They are supplied on rolls and on a perforation can be added between labels if desired. The stretch labels can be supplied for manual, semi-automatic or automatic labeling application. The application process does not cause any fumes and it does not contaminate the container with glue. The application of this label is very clean and process and very environmental friendly. The stretch label is moisture proof and easy to remove from the container. As the time of recycling due to absence of glue, although stretch labels will not work for application, they are gaining popularity worldwide. Now, thermal transfer labels. In thermal transfer transfer printing, a ribbon runs over the top of the label material and together they pass between a metal plate and a printer head. The print head, which is heated, comes down on the ribbon, causing the coating from the ribbon to be transferred to the label material to create the image. Thermal transfer labels are manufactured on rolls or as continuous fan folded labels. The label stock is not a special paper but must meet the weight, finish and size requirements of the thermal printer. Advantages: it produces high quality and demand printing. It produces excellent density for printing barcode labels. The print media is less expensive. There is a larger variety of label stocks available than for direct thermal. Uses: simple, inexpensive print equipment with low maintenance cost. Printer is small and quiet to operate. Printer speed is generally higher than direct thermal. It is more suitable to an industrial environment than laser, inkjet, or dot matrix printer. The disadvantages is the printer speeds are limited due to the heating and cooling of the print head. The print image of some thermal transfer ribbons can be scratched or smudged. Color printing is limited to ribbon colors that are available. Now, the direct thermal labels. In direct thermal printing, no ribbon is necessary to create an image. The label material is heat sensitive. The print head is heated as in the thermal transfer and it comes in contact with a special direct thermal label stock. It causes a chemical reaction which creates the image. Direct thermal labels are manufactured on rolls or as it continuous fan folded labels. The label is printed on a thermal label printer. Special direct thermal label stock is required. Advantages: it produces high quality and demand printing. It provides excellent density of printing barcode labels. Overall cost is lower than thermal transfer. Uses: simple, inexpensive print equipment with low maintenance cost. Printer is small and quiet to operate. It is more suitable to industrial environment than laser, inkjet, and dot matrix printers. Disadvantages: special direct thermal label stock is required. There are few selection of different stock available. They have a short label life over time. The special coating will darken with exposure to the heat and sunlight and ultraviolet light. The print heads wear faster due to direct contact with the abrasive surface of the direct thermal stock. Running speeds are slower than other printing equipment. Color printing is not available. Now, glue applied or wet labels. A glue applied labels does not have an adhesive layer. It is adhered to the product by glue being applied to the label or to the container during the application process. A cold glue or a hot glue adhesive is used to apply the label. The label can be printed on most any type of paper. It can also be printed on metallized paper or film. Once the label is printed, you have the option to adding offline features of the label such as foil stamping, die cutting, or embossing. Glue applied labels are generally applied to some type of container. The container must be plastic, glass, metal, or paperboard. The label can also be perforated to allow the label to be detached from the container. This features allows the addition of coupons, recipes, rebate offers, or additional product information to the back of the label. Glued applied labels generally cost less than other types of containers labels. The material cost is generally less and the labels can be applied at high speed. If ordering small quantities, the savings may not be as great as due to setup of the wet application equipment, and because the equipment takes more expertise in running, glue applied labels are also more environmentally free because there are less waste and the waste is easier to recycle. Now come to the smart labels. Smart labels contain electronic device that has read-write memory used to store and access information. The electronic device is a radio frequency identification transporter or tag. The RFID technology like barcodes is used automatically capture data. It is different from a barcode in that it can hold more data, it can be reprogrammed and data is accessed by a reader, but it does not need optical contact with the reader to be read. The standard construction of a smart label consists of pressure sensitive face stock, an inlay which contains the radio frequency identification transponder and a liner. The inlay is laminated between the face stock and the liner. The transponder contains an antenna and microchip. The data from the smart label is accessed when the transponder passes by the reader. Radio wavelengths are picked up from the antenna and data on the microchip is transferred to the reader and then passed on to the computer or printer. And as the product moves from one stage to next, its movements can be monitored. Then a data can be updated when necessary. The smart label can identify, track in real time, and authenticate the product. Sometimes, some common applications where smart labels would be used are supply chain management, production control, work in process, baggage identification and tracking, express delivery service, reusable container tracking, and security system. The RFID technologies can improve performance efficiency, but it's expensive to start up. As more companies commit to the use of the new technology, it becomes more widely accepted and many will benefit from its capabilities. The inks and varnishes. We will define some important information about inks and varnishes used in the label printing. Inks, the dedicated technology experts that will find a solution for a specific application needs. We are committed to maintain high production standards from the ink to our color management system. We can custom mix our inks to match your specific colors. UV inks, excellent abrasion durability, chemical and fade resistant. It doesn't have an odor. Can be used on paper or film. Need to top coated for UV. High cost, 100% solid. Excellent choice for CMYK printing. Water-based inks, low odor, most cost effective, more environment friendly. Excellent choice for FDA approved and CMYK application. Can be used for scratch and sniff for scented varnish. Metallic fluorescent mainly used on paper. Solvent inks. So excellent choice for durable application on films, not an environmentally friendly as other inks. Can be used on non-top coated film. Specialty inks, low order, FDA approved, scratch off and sniff. The label adhesive are three main types of adhesive that are used on label converters: permanent, removable, and repositionable. Each adhesive type has their own unique properties. Permanent label adhesive, which is are the most budget-friendly solution. Permanent adhesive work for most label application and create a strong bond whenever they are applied. Permanent adhesive will likely damage a surface if removed. Repositionable label adhesive, which is can be removed from application for a short term and then reapplied. These labels are ideal when hand applying labels because any cooked label can quickly and easily be adjusted. Removable label adhesive. Label Labels with removable adhesive can be removed for a certain amount of time after they applied without damaging the label or the application surface. However, temperature can affect the integrity of the functionality. Here, the dimension and the labels, dimension and tooling we will discuss. This first slide is, and in the next chapter also, the label die close-up example of it's below showing that label production efficient when there are two cavities and across the die. Please note the specification or gap labels must be die in order. No adjustment can be made after die is manufactured. Therefore, here is a die, four cavities, one, two, three, four, three cavities. Okay, this is a position. This is the release liner, face stock, matrix waste being removed. This is the matrix being removed. The gap across 1.5 8-inch space between labels typical. So now we complete here the chapter number 29. So viewers, we have finished the chapter 28 and we will come and jump to the chapter number 29 which will continue the same subject. And please subscribe our channel, like, don't forget to like and to share your comments. What has to be improved, what has to be shared in a future videos. So until then, thank you very much. Keep watching.